Time now for a check of your first alert forecast. David Harker has joined me at the desk now. I've seen a lot of talk out there about this derecho weather pattern. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything, but should we be concerned?
Well, it all has to do with the possibility of severe weather tomorrow and the linear storms that could result from that. For us, I don't believe we're going to be talking about a lot of derechos here in mid-Michigan. That could happen in central Indiana, but you got to keep in mind, folks, that when we talk about derecho events, it's usually a nowcasting thing, a couple hours out rather than 24 to 40, even 7 days out. So you got to keep that in mind when you start talking about any events like these. But otherwise, we're in the clear from the rain showers at this point. Take a look at the Doppler radar. All is quiet, with the exception of a few rain showers out to our west. We'll be impacted by those a couple times tomorrow. A slight chance of rain earlier in the day and then once again in the evening and afternoon. How about we take a look at the almanac for the daytime today? 81 degrees in the capital city and 80 degrees in Jackson. A pair of 62-degree readings on the low side. A nice mild start, a nice humid start here in mid-Michigan with a little bit of sun in our forecast. Now the sun will actually take a back seat later tomorrow as well. May see a few peaks of sun early in the day, but I don't believe we'll be seeing a lot of that in the next 24 hours. Take a look at the rainfall amounts. None today in both Lansing and Jackson, and for the monthly totals you see there at the bottom of the screen, just under 1.5 inches of rain in the capital city and under 1.25 inches in Jackson. Take a look at temperatures right now. It's in the 70s, but it still feels a little bit warmer because the relative humidity values have been picking up. It's the difference between the surface temperature and the dew point temperature. You start to get these relative humidity values, and it's just a measure of the amount of moisture percentage in the atmosphere. Usually when you get closer to 100%, you start to see the chance of rain showers or just feeling really sticky outside, as I'm sure you know. And when you get to summer and you think of the humidity, you think a lot of bugs, you think mosquitoes. Well, you may have to deal with that with rain returning to mid-Michigan. Take a look at the satellite and radar combination. Not a lot of activity out there, at least at this point. Now, that's going to change once we get to the latter part of tomorrow. Could see a couple showers and thunderstorms early, but we still have the potential for severe weather. In fact, what you see on the screen in yellow, that's the slight risk of severe thunderstorms. That does encompass Lansing and a little bit further north, closer to the tri-state down in Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan border. But you see that big area of red. Now that's mainly in central Illinois, central Indiana, and central Ohio at this point. That's that moderate risk of storms where the potential exists for more hail, more rain, and isolated tornadoes. But for us, I believe the only real threat we'll see damaging winds in excess of 58 miles per hour here in mid-Michigan. Could see a severe storm or two, and if it does break, stay here to Fox 47 News. We'll give you all those updates as they come in. Take a look at the next 48 hours in the future. By the morning hours, could see an isolated or scattered rain shower to start out the day, so keep your umbrella handy when you head on out the door to work. Otherwise, throughout the daytime, could see another shot of showers and thunderstorms around noontime or so, and then later in the day, we'll add in another chance of rain showers and thunderstorms. You see that big area, that big bullseye that made its way southward? That's the severe weather that could potentially impact places down to our south. But for us, don't be worrying about that anytime soon. Take a look at the 48-hour temperature. Tonight we'll be right back down near 60 degrees in most areas, maybe middle 60s closer to the tri-state. This model doesn't take into consideration a little bit more sun and throughout the daytime, so we're going to still call for temperatures in the middle and upper 70s, maybe not the 80s that we saw today. Once we get to the daytime on Thursday, a little bit cooler in the middle 70s. Overnight tonight, clouds increase. It's going to be a bit mild and sticky outside, 61 degrees with a light west-northwest wind. Tomorrow, showers, thunderstorms mainly in the afternoon. One punch a little bit earlier in the day and the better punch later in the evening. 79 is a high temperature. Take a look at the next 7 days. Believe we'll be breaking back out into the sun Thursday and Friday, even into Saturday. Chance of rain showers on Father's Day Sunday.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Dad really catches a break there.
Yeah,
it's
a slight chance.
All right. All right. Thanks, David.